Hey guys, welcome back to Small Doses of Insight. Alright bros, let's dive into Choi Ae Ra from Fight For My Way, aka the ultimate hustling queen we'd all need in our lives. This is that K-drama that gives off the real grind set vibes. She's not just some perfect, polished character who's already got life all figured out. Nah, she's the definition of scrappy, and she is relatable AF. Ae Ra is stuck working as a department store announcer, which is like soul crushing for her because she's got dreams, dude. Big ones. She wants to be a TV anchor, but society's like, nah, stay in your lane. Spoiler alert though, she's not about that life. She fights for what she wants, even if she's getting kicked in the face metaphorically and sometimes literally, considering her relationship with Dongman, but I digress. Right off the bat, Ae Ra's journey hits you in the gut. She's super confident on the outside, right? Always sass talking and throwing shade, but inside, she's a softie who's sick of feeling like she's living a second-rate life. Her dream of being a news anchor constantly clashes with her reality. She's basically stuck behind a department store counter doing announcement like "Sale on aisle 5, folks," instead of sitting behind a desk delivering the news. It's wild because, like, Ae Ra is not just sitting back waiting for something to happen, she's always on the move. She embodies this whole fake it till you make it vibe. Even when her dreams get stomped on, looking at you episode 12, she doesn't let it kill her spirit. When she finally lands a chance to announce an MMA match, it's like a small taste of what she could achieve, but society's still holding her back because looks matter. And that's the sucky part. Ae Ra's always being told she's not good enough, too ambitious, too something, but bro, she just bulldozes through all that. Now, Ae Ra's not just a fighter career-wise, she's emotionally tough too, though she's definitely had some heartbreaks. One of the more WTF moments was when she found out her potential love interest, Moo Bin, was actually engaged to someone else. That hit her hard, and we get it because who wouldn't want to crawl into a hole after that kind of betrayal? But instead of wallowing, she claps back hard. She drops Moo Bin faster than you can say third rate my way, thank goodness, because the dude was a sleaze. Then of course, there's the bombshell of her family drama. Ae Ra's mom? Yeah, turns out she's alive after all. Total whiplash moment when Ae Ra finds out her mom, who she thought was dead, was actually booted from her life by her paternal grandparents because of some scandalous acting roles. Ae Ra's whole world is flipped, but it's in these moments where we see that raw determination to keep pushing. She refuses to let this info shatter her view of herself and instead uses it to fuel her fire. Like she's mad, but she also starts understanding her mom's struggle. Family drama? Yeah, that runs deep here. Now let's talk about that sweet, sweet friends to lovers slow burn with Go Dongman. This is the kind of relationship that's been simmering for years. Childhood friends with this electric undercurrent of will they, won't they tension. Ae Ra is Dongman's biggest cheerleader and vice versa. Even when he decides to jump back into MMA fighting, honestly bro, questionable life choice given his condition, but whatever makes the heart pump, I guess. The cool part, Ae Ra never plays the damsel in distress. She doesn't need to be saved. She's the one doing the saving, often emotionally rescuing Dongman when he's down on himself. Even when they break up, oh yeah, that happens. It's not some melodramatic I can't live without you breakup. It's practical. Ae Ra can't handle watching Dongman wreck his body for MMA fights anymore, so she gives him an ultimatum and they part ways for a bit. But you know how it goes, right? Dongman eventually realizes Ae Ra is the one, and after some punches are thrown literally because MMA, they patch things up. Ae Ra's strength doesn't come from being a career-driven character. It's her approach to relationships. When Dongman gets all caught up in his pride, Ae Ra's the one who puts him in his place. She's not afraid to walk away when he prioritizes fighting over their relationship. She's like, bro, I'm done watching you get beat to a pulp. Call me when you get your life together. It's a badass move that just reinforces she's always thinking long term, and that's honestly refreshing compared to other K-drama characters who are willing to sacrifice everything for love. Her emotional maturity shines through. Ae Ra doesn't let love completely derail her life goals. Sure, she wants Dongman, but not at the cost of her own sanity and well-being. And that's what makes her such a solid character, bro. She's never just one thing, neither all heart nor all ambition. She strikes the balance between vulnerability and strength. Honestly, if you don't love Ae Ra by the end of the series, are you even watching it right? At its core, this drama hit a nerve for a lot of us, especially those of us who have no idea what the hell we're doing with our lives. Ae Ra's struggle? That's the struggle of every millennial and Gen Zer out here hustling in dead-end jobs while clinging onto that one pipe dream that seems just out of reach. Like, how many of us have had dreams of doing something big only to end up announcing store sales or, you know, working some random gig that's got nothing to do what we actually want? That's a universal struggle right there, and Ae Ra brings it to life. The impact comes from the way the show doesn't sugarcoat the grind. It doesn't show Ae Ra getting knocked down and miraculously bouncing back. She gets hit by rejection after rejection, she doubts herself, but she keeps showing up. It's not just a fluffy feel-good tale, it's a story about resilience in the face of constant setbacks. And honestly, it's refreshing because it feels raw and grounded in reality. What's really wild though is how Ae Ra's journey resonates with the whole self-made narrative we're all obsessed with today. Everyone's out here trying to be their own boss or live their passion, but the reality is, like Ae Ra, most of us are stuck juggling day jobs, waiting for that one break. So when she's out there grinding, facing rejection, and still hustling, it's like, yeah, that's how it really is. It's a slow, painful grind, but when she finally steps into the role of announcing Dongman's match, that's the payoff that keeps us rooting for her, and maybe even for ourselves. Let's not sleep on the emotional side either though. There's something about the way the drama portrays relationships, especially Ae Ra's dynamic with Dongman, that feels real. It's not perfect or smooth, it's messy at times, and they're not even great for each other, but that's the point. Relationships are complicated, and sometimes you need to take a step back to figure things out. Ae Ra knows that loving someone doesn't mean giving up your own identity or goals, and that's a message that hits hard in a world where a lot of us feel pressured to choose one or the other. She's basically saying you can have both, love and ambition, but it takes work, compromise, and knowing when to stand your ground. The drama also pushes this idea that you don't need to have it all figured out by your 20s or even your 30s. Ae Ra's past isn't some straight shot to success, and that's kind of the beauty of it. It speaks to the generation that's still figuring it out, even when society's like, why aren't you already at the top? That's a pretty big deal, especially in a time where everyone's comparing themselves to social media influencers or TikTok stars who made it at 19. Ae Ra's arc reminds us that it's okay to take detours. It's okay to fail and switch things up. As long as you keep grinding, you're still in the game. Overall, this drama didn't just leave us with fuzzy feelings. It left us with a lesson about the grind, resilience, and self-worth. It challenged that idealized vision of success in relationships, and it delivered a more grounded, albeit still romantic version of what it means to fight for what you want. And if that doesn't hit home in today's world, I don't know what does. So here's the question. Is it enough just to dream, or do we need to adjust our dreams to fit the reality we're living in? In Fight for My Way, Choi Ae Ra embodies the struggle. She's got this huge dream of becoming a TV anchor, but the reality is that she's facing constant rejection and obstacles at every turn. Sure, she keeps hustling and doesn't give up. At one point, she does adjust. She takes a role announcing at Dongman's fight, which isn't exactly her dream gig, but it's a step forward, and it's a reminder that sometimes the path to your dreams doesn't look like how you imagined. So does that mean she's settling, or is she being realistic? I think that's the real takeaway here. Sometimes we think that if we're not 100% on track with the exact dream we had, we're failing. But the reality is, like Ae Ra shows us, success isn't always about sticking to a rigid plan. It's about adapting, pivoting, and still keeping your eye on the bigger picture. It's like when she finally finds a way to do what she loves, even if it's not the perfect version of it. She makes the most of what she's got. Sometimes adjusting your dreams isn't about giving up. It's about recognizing the opportunities in front of you and grinding hard enough to make something out of them. Just like Ae Ra, maybe we don't all end up exactly where we thought we'd be, but that doesn't mean we're not crushing it in our own way. In the end, Choi Ae Ra is the epitome of perseverance. Whether it's chasing her dream job or navigating a relationship that's as complicated as trying to understand why your Wi-Fi is not working, she's constantly adapting. Life throws her curveballs and she bats them out of the park with sass, grit, and a refusal to stay down for long. Fight for My Way might be a rom-com on the surface, but Ae Ra's journey is one that hits home for anyone grinding through life, trying to make things happen even when the odds are stacked against them. She's the underdog who becomes a champion in her own right, and honestly, we could all learn a thing or two from her about staying in the fight, both literally and figuratively. Thanks everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Also be sure to check out my other videos for more insight on other dramas and shows. Your support means a lot to me and it helps me grow this channel. If you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions for future videos, please drop them in the comments down below. Again, thank you for watching this video and I'll see you next time.